The Central Election Commission announced the final results of the snap presidential election. 9,274,110 people took part in the electoral campaign. The voter turnout was estimated at 77.5%. 6,539,715 people, or 70.96%, gave their votes to Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. At the public meeting of the CEC, the day of the oath ceremony of the country's elected president was approved. The inauguration will take place on June 12th. The electoral bodies of all levels have provided decrees of the President of Kazakhstan on the organization of the snap presidential election in Kazakhstan, set for June 9, 2019. The final election results have been established. The President of Kazakhstan has been elected. Congratulations to all with this important state event.
American investors intend to expand cooperation with Kazakhstan. The parties see great potential in sectors such as mining, aerospace, as well as education and agriculture. In the 1990s, Kazakhstan was one of the largest trading partners of the state of Arizona in the United States. The parties are planning to bring cooperation to the next level. For this purpose, a special trade and investment mission of Arizona has arrived in Kazakhstan. This partnership is expected to contribute to an increase in investments in Kazakhstan, technology transfer, and growth of trade.
Such a pleasure. Feel that they are.
Speaker of the Arizona House of Representatives, Russell Wesley Bowers, told Kazakh TV that it takes economics and education to make progress and achieve growth to ultimately pursue happiness. Speaker Bauer believes that there are many education opportunities in Arizona and the United States. Agriculture is a promising area for potential cooperation. Kazakhstan has a similar climate to that of Arizona. American experts say that the exchange of knowledge will improve the productivity of the agrarians of Arizona and Kazakhstan. Russell Wesley Bowers also mentioned that Arizona and Kazakhstan are interested in developing new and strong cattle breeds. He pointed out that Arizona's professional groups and government bodies would be interested in identifying breeds of cattle that work well in Kazakhstan's climate. The Central Asian region is strategically important in implementation of the Belt and Road Initiative. Professor of the University of Oxford and author of the best-selling book The Silk Roads, Peter Frankopan believes that the Central Asian region has played a key role in economic development and trade turnover since the ancient times due to the movement of the caravans along the Silk Road. Likewise, hundreds of years later, the region will play a vital role in implementation of the Belt and Road Initiative. The historian believes that the Central Asian countries should continue strengthening inter-regional cooperation and enhance the integration processes, which will allow to implement projects launched as part of the new Silk Road faster and more effectively.
The old silkways, they lasted for not just hundreds of years, but for thousands of years. But one of the things that is similar, I think, to today is that to be able to encourage people to exchange goods and ideas, you need to have investments in roads and in security and infrastructure to allow people to move the quicker, the better, the easier for everybody. So I think that these investments of upgrading, it's not just transport networks, also energy and so on, are very positive because it allows people to be able to move and trade with each other more. So in that way, it's very similar. Of course, in today's world, it's no longer silk and it's no longer camels. Today, it depends. It's energy, of course, but it's also things like data is also part of our new world of what we exchange. And instead of camels, we have either train lines or lorries or ships.
The best startups will be identified in the Central Asian region. Tech Central Asia is a joint project of the U.S. Embassy in Kazakhstan and the Astana Business Campus Innovation Cluster of Nazarbayev University. The competition is also underway in Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. The program will help aspiring entrepreneurs to discuss their ideas and receive financing for sustainable business development, as well as to expand the network of startuppers in large cities of Central Asia.
Мен ойлаймын, осы программаның келешегі зор.
I think that there is a very promising program. Within the next 2 months, we will work on the startups in Uzbekistan's capital, Tashkent. Afterwards, the innovators will bring their projects to Nur-Sultan to present them to the investors. We are ready to cooperate with our Uzbek colleagues and develop joint projects.
Өзінің проектілерін көрсетсе, Вот біздің мақсатымыз сол.
И здесь потенциал наших коллег из Казахстана очень важен. Здесь идет
The
менторство.
potential of our Kazakh colleagues is very important. They provide mentorship, which is assistance with the development and preparation of the startup projects, as well as business acceleration aimed to teach the startuppers how to properly create a business, present a business idea, and demonstrate a project in order to find potential investors.
Таким образом, найти потенциальных инвесторов в будущем.
A new technology to grow crops has been developed in the Turkestan region involving 3 stages of growing. Due to this, farmers are planning to harvest 3 types of crops a year. For example, the local farmers will plant cabbage in winter, whereas potatoes will be grown in spring. In summer, they will plant cucumbers and tomatoes. The farmers say that this will help to increase the output of the harvested products by several times. We're growing vegetables this way for the first time. Previously, we managed to collect a maximum of 2 types of crops per year. As it turned out, the yield can be increased. We completed the first 2 plantings of vegetables. Now it remains to plant corn, which we use as animal feed in autumn. The technique of growing crops is suitable only in the hottest areas of Kazakhstan. In Kilis and Aras, farmers are already using new growing methods. In the future, the technology will be introduced throughout the region.
This
new technology will allow farmers to spend, for instance, 2 million tenge and to make profit of 4.5 million tenge. In the Shagha village, we organized a seminar with the farmers where we spoke about the new way of growing. As an experiment, cabbage was planted on 2 hectares of land. Then in the Birlesu village, the vegetable was planted on 6 hectares of land. Now we are waiting for the results. Last year, a record figure was achieved in the Turkestan region, which is almost 3 million tons of vegetables, potatoes, and melons. The farmers are planning to reach even greater yield using the new technology. Health improvement tourism is one of the most promising tourism areas at the moment. Sanatoriums located in Kazakhstan are popular among local residents and foreign guests. The health resorts of Kazakhstan are appealing to potential customers by healing mineral wells and the quality of the services. Meanwhile, a resort area in Saragaj district of Turkestan region is visited by 90,000 people per year. One of the sanatoriums became a favorite health improvement destination for a German couple, Hans-Joachim Schmidt and Helen Knorr. The visitors from Germany believe that the resort is distinguished by wonderful climate and great service.
Mir gefällt es sehr gut hier in Kasachstan. Ob das Essen ist oder die
Our family has been visiting this facility for 9 years. We're pleased with the treatment and the Kazakh traditional food in particular. The local people are welcoming and the staff is always friendly. And this is how we know Kazakhstan in Germany.
Wenn ich erzähle, ja klar, mir gefällt alles sehr gut hier, ja, und
the resort offers a variety of services to treat gastrointestinal, musculoskeletal system, nervous and respiratory disorders, and skin diseases. The facility is provided with the latest medical equipment.
The
sanatorium is provided with the latest high-technology medical equipment. For instance, there are 22 latest models of devices in our sanatorium aimed to perform electric, laser, magnetic, and color physiotherapy procedures. Meanwhile, more than 10 procedures, including underwater spine extension, are conducted in our balneology department. The mineral waters of a balneology sanatorium in West Kazakhstan region have been recognized as the best healing spring water in Kazakhstan this year. Last year alone, the health facility admitted 3,500 people to the sanatorium. The treatment is based on the healing properties of mineral waters. Also, we provide services such as physiotherapy, wax therapy, and various types of massages. Kazakhstan's resort industry is actively developing. The number of visitors of the Kazakh health resorts is increasing from year to year. According to experts, there are vast resources for the development of health improvement tourism in Kazakhstan, such as mineral springs, medicinal muds, and fresh air.
На сегодняшний день в Казахстане у нас, по данным Комитета статистики,
зарегистрировано 140.
According to our National Statistics Committee, currently there are 145 preventive medicine and rehabilitation organizations registered in Kazakhstan, including 73 sanatoriums which provide a variety of rehabilitation services. These health improvement facilities should provide high-quality services for the population and involve international partners to jointly implement rehabilitation programs. We're planning to launch large-scale developments which will be implemented in the future.
Такие мероприятия, которые в ближайшее время будут реализованы.
In addition to the existing sanatoriums and resort facilities, Kazakhstan is opening new health centers that meet the international requirements. A documentary film chosen by The Time, dedicated to the first president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev, premiered internationally in London. The film was translated and dubbed into several languages and designed for a wide international audience. The story is based on the special historical role Nursultan Nazarbayev played at the dawn of the new country. The film has been translated into 8 languages. Native speakers have worked on the text, and these are the employees of international organizations that work in the UN system. These people are the highest level professionals. Guests of honor were the lords and members of the House of Commons of the United Kingdom, ambassadors and diplomats of foreign countries. Members of the academia were also widely represented. In addition to the researchers from Oxford, Cambridge and other British universities, leading international experts from European countries arrived for the premiere.
Today's film has just covered so much that in a way, just coming out of the screening, it's hard to digest it all. My head is spinning, but it's been impressive and amazing, and a lot of food for thought.
The premiere of the Chosen by the Time documentary took place at the British Academy of Film and Television Arts. The documentary was filmed by the order of the foundation of the first president of Kazakhstan to mark the 20th anniversary of the Kazakh capital in 2018. Nursultan hosted a presentation of the book Kastaban. The book is about holy places as well as natural diversity and richness of Kazakhstan's history and culture. The author of the publication, Tinkaya Kretova, is a young traveler, a researcher of Turkic culture and a winner of the Republican Literary Award. She says that part of the book is based on her essays written during the research expedition called Sacred Kazakhstan. Kastaban is a result of 2-year expeditions and trips. I wrote it in just 1 month. My main topic is of course nature, but in this book I also addressed what modern Kazakhstan is. This is why I have also described people. To my joy, I have discovered that it is impossible to tell about a person without mentioning the nature that surrounds him or her. I wrote about my favorite region, Mangyshlak, Usturt, Akhtau, and the Caspian Sea. Of course, I also wrote about southern Kazakhstan, the Almaty region. Well, actually, I wrote about all the places I have been to, including Nur-Sultan. The book was published in a small circulation. However, the new publication has already attracted the attention of foreign tourists. Belgian traveler Peter Dunkert, who has been to 120 countries so far, believes that the book will provide useful information for all travelers who are willing to learn more about the nature and culture of the Great Steppe.
In such a vast, wide country, the beauty of your Kazakhstan landscape lies in the different variations. You see mountains, very high mountains, you see hills, you see very dry, you see actually some parts of the country remind me of Switzerland, different mixes from very dry and arid to very green, fresh and rainy. So actually it's a country which invites to visit. I hope that I can have a couple of minutes with the author of the book, because I heard she is a traveler, she is a hiker, and I would like to share a little bit my experience.
The author of the book is said to continue traveling to holy and unexplored destinations in Kazakhstan in order to share impressions in her new books about the land of the Great Steppe. An exhibition dedicated to the 125th anniversary of famous poet, writer and statesman Sakien Seyfuddin has been presented in Karagandi. The Regional Historical Museum showcases photographs, primary source documents, as well as personal belongings of the founder of modern Kazakh literature. The exhibits illustrate the important stages of Sakien Seyfuddin's work. Separate stands are devoted to his social and political life. The exhibition also features unique exhibits such as shuripa tools used by the poet. The exposition presents primary source documents which date back to 1937 and 1938, when the writer was arrested and shot. There are many similar tragic examples in our history that occurred during the years of repression. At this exhibition, you can personally learn about many documents. History of the Great Steppe, a mobile exhibition of contemporary art, has been showcased in Taraz. The exhibition introduces the visitors to some of the best works by Kazakh artists. The visitors and residents of the city can eyewitness a wide variety of styles and trends in fine art, from painting, drawing, sculpture, to new trends such as installations and media art. In total, more than 100 works have been presented. Each of them highlights the national identity and cultural values of the Kazakhs. All of them were made as part of the 7 Facets of the Great Steppe program by the first president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev.
At
the exhibition, people can see paintings of artists which have been presented at expositions abroad more than once. These include tapestries, embroidery, works made of felt, as well as paintings. Installations made of cellophane send the message to the visitors that they should pay attention to the environment. After Taraz, exhibition will head to Kızılorda. This History of the Great Steppe exhibition is organized as part of the 7 Facets of the Great Steppe program by first president of Kazakhstan, Nursultan Nazarbayev. We brought 10 artists here, and these are some esteemed and famous artists. We would like to make art accessible to the entire population of Kazakhstan. Our motto is "Get closer to art." Exhibition of a well-known Kazakh photographer, Ilya Afanasyev, titled The Secrets of the Great Steppe, opened in Nur-Sultan. The exposition includes unique photographs of Kazakhstan's natural sights taken by the photographer. Visitors are particularly interested in the images created in Kazakhstan's national reserves. According to the photographer, the purpose of the exhibition is to raise Kazakhstan's profile among travelers. The photographs of the collection were taken over the past 10 years. The photographer has been creating landscape photographs for a long time and achieved international recognition. Foreign experts named Ilya Afanasyev the best Kazakh landscape photographer for the 2nd time. The photographer's works have been exhibited in more than 20 cities of the world. At the moment, Afanasyev is planning to experiment with urban photography. We will showcase the city through a perspective of a person rather than just presenting the urban landscape. We will travel with a person around the city and show the attractions. That is how we will demonstrate the most outstanding landmarks of the city. In particular, we will implement this project in Nur-Sultan and later in other cities. Ilya Afanasyev's works are full of life. He manages to capture a moment when the landscape is most flattering. We can see that every photograph of his is alive. Moreover, Ilya is capable of incorporating a person into a landscape photo. The Kalabir Kwanishbayev State Academic Kazakh Music and Drama Theatre has completed its theatrical season with the premiere of a musical comedy. The production was based on a world-famous Silva operetta by Hungarian composer Imre Kalman. The performance was directed by honored art worker of Kazakhstan Nurlan Jumaniyazov.
Бұл шығарма, бұл әлемдік шығарма, өзін бір ғасырдан аса уақыт бүкіл әлемдік театр сахналарында сахналап жүрген.
This work has been popular for a long time. The operetta was first presented to the world community more than a century ago. To put it in one word, the play requires a lot of attention and experience. Therefore, our creative team has worked on the production with great responsibility. Our goal is to bring the main idea of the production to the Kazakh audience, and this requires tremendous work.
осы шығарманың өзінің нағыз нақты қазақы мағынада дүниесін жеткіземіз деген жауапкершілікпен келіп отырмыз.
The play's plot is based on the love story between cabaret singer Silver and nobleman Edwin. The musical performance by the theater's young artists literally captivated the audience and took them to the mysterious and magical world of feelings.